My name is Christopher Sgobbo. I came to the Raya Clinic in March of 2014. Prior to that, I went to 3 different doctors. I was not able to sit. I woke up one morning after a few weeks of training for a half marathon, and as soon as my feet hit the floor off the bed in the morning, I couldn't really stand or sit or do anything without any pain. I had throbbing pain in my left leg. It was really in a rough shape. After first going to see my old chiropractor for a few days with no help, he sent me and referred me to go to see somebody else who could try to do some sort of regular treatment on me, and they refused to do an MRI because my Cigna refused to accept it. So it was really hard for me to try to sit there and go for a few weeks without knowing what was wrong with me, not understanding how I got to this state. I knew in the past I had some injuries, slight injuries. When I was younger, I fell down a flight of stairs, but really hadn't had a lot of symptoms since then. And so I just assumed that at that, something had flared up from then, and it was a simple back injury. After going to physical therapy and so forth and still not getting any help, a coworker had referred me to the Raya Clinic. And so I went to check it out, and by that time I couldn't really survive my drive to work every day. I drive an hour each way, and sitting all day was miserable. I was standing at work. I really couldn't sit. I couldn't sleep. I was losing days of sleep, and driving an hour each way is pretty dangerous with that. So for me, my quality of life was terrible. I had no ability to do anything. I couldn't sleep, and I was getting frustrated. I'm pretty high-octane personality, and I expect a lot of myself. I expect a lot of my career and being able to do things. I'm very self-sufficient, and so I rely and depend on my body to perform, and do a lot of non-traditional sports and kayaking and rock climbing and running and biking and stuff like that, and to not be able to do anything was just killing me emotionally too. So by the time I came to the Raya Clinic, I was very fortunate enough to meet the team, and I had a really great result. First off the bat, they were able to get Cigna to approve the MRI to see what was actually wrong with me. And that honestly really meant the most to me. Being able to finally break through the red tape and understand what condition I had, be able to figure out a course of action and find out what actually was wrong with me. After going to 3 different doctors and probably about 6 weeks of misery, being able to figure out how to proceed and try to solve and fix this problem was really important. So I was very fortunate and lucky, and the team here has been excellent. And I come here honestly because there's a certain level of trust that it takes when you go to any doctor. You have to be able to go on that leap of faith and know that whatever they're going to do for you is going to help you. I had already had 2 bad experiences, but the team here was very warm and caring, and the fact that they were able to help me out right out of the gate just by walking in the door made a big difference to me. So within a certain amount of time, I learned what my condition was. I had a hemorrhage disc in my L5, and I was able to start to get on a program. I was here every day doing the spine med for about a month, which was a lot. It was a lot to go through, trying to rearrange the schedule and all that, but I had no quality of life before that. And so while I wasn't specifically cured right out of the box, it took me a few months of going through therapy, following through with the program, and trusting in the team that they had my best interest at heart. And that's really why I stayed with it, and I was very, very happy that I started to see small progress. Within a few months, I was able to do some physical activity, and I was immediately able to start sleeping and stuff again and getting back to some sort of rhythm of life that I was comfortable with. And but I was able to bike ride. I was able to do a charity push-up contest. I was able to partake in normal work stuff and not feel like I was begrudging my trip to work every day, trying to sit in a car to commute. And the team really cared and did a great job. And I would say by probably October, November of 2014, I was pretty much symptom-free, and I've been so ever since. I've spent a lot of time bike riding. I've done a lot of house renovations and normal stuff that I know I couldn't do before. And the opportunity for me to come here and feel like I was able to not only improve myself, but be with people that cared about my well-being and that I was continuing to progress meant the most to me. So I was very fortunate, and my experience thus far with the Raya Clinic has been outstanding, and I hope to be this year starting to train for my half marathon that I missed last year. So I've really been really a success story.
Thank you so much. Perfect.